It might help in one village, but not in most of them. Yes.
Okay,
I have. It's a great talk. Thank you. And I have a couple of questions. One is, well, it's very inspiring to hear, like like you observe this sort of indigenous could cross the blue green, despite its divide. So are you suggesting that there's going to be a new modus of social movement in Taiwan, or because I was just thinking another kind of a comparison with like gay and lesbian movement. Sometimes they have, in some contexts, it would combine with the civil rights movement. But like say in South Africa, it could combine together with different political history. So, but in that interpretation, one is because they plug in the transnational global network, so they could kind of go beyond the local political divide. So I was wondering if you wanted to say more about this. And the second thing is, so this is interesting here about the four unfoldings. I wonder what is the relationship between the four among the four? Are they overlapping too, or are they just, or are they all the same? I mean, some of them also the same people, same elites, and the last one would be actually what you just mentioned. I wonder, because land has always been very important in the indigenous movement, also from the time they were colonized and all the way till now. We still have the 保留地, right? Which is totally at the state, a lot of time at the state's mercy, whatever they want to use. And so I wonder, so what is you were talking about the Jiangbing's study about the relocation. It's probably about the Morocco, right? Yeah. So what were the key sort of factors or deter sort of for one village to embrace? Is it 大社好茶 to embrace, and the other one to like to continue to resist the relocation?
Okay.
But you were talking about the ancestor, is it the graveyard, and but it's in the post-Morocco, one of the major issues was they see their culture combines the land as a whole system, and it cannot be relocated. And the other thing is that there were several older villages, such as the Haochao, Kai. They actually not just wanted to move back to the one before Morocco, they also wanted to preserve the one before 1977. And so that's, I wonder if you could say more about the land relocation.
Yeah, maybe that's an awful lot of questions. I can talk for another half hour on all of it. But
we're running short on time too.
Okay.
So, if you have a 1 or 2 minute answer.
Okay, we can talk about that afterwards. But land, of course, is the crucial issue. And it's not just Baliao-di, which is a small part of land. It's traditional territory. We're talking about half of Taiwan here. So that's a good way to end, that we're really talking about half of Taiwan here. These are really crucial issues that will play out for the future of Taiwan. So it's often overlooked because we're talking about 2% of the people, but it's half of the land mass. So it's very, very important. I guess I'll end it that way. I'll tell you about Jiangbing's paper, and I can give you a copy if you want. but it has to do with one of the villages being completely destroyed, and so they saw no hope of going back. And then the other village, which was not destroyed, there was just a threat of a landslide, which they figured is not going to happen anyway, because if it didn't happen during Morocco, it's not going to happen. And so part of the village wants to stay in the old village, and the other part wants to move out. The ones that want to stay in the village are the old chiefly families, and the ones that move out want freedom, I think, from these chiefly families, although Jiangbing didn't dare to say that. So anyway, there's that going on, but then of course the overlaps between them. I think the Hunter Smoke Action League is a good example of that I mentioned in several times. But they're undercutting things that they do, of course, cross through that. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Professor Simon. Let's give him a hand.
Nice.